Important Dalit movements. Dalit from Sanskrit. Dalit word derived from Sanskrit. Dalita meaning broken or scattered. Dalit is a name for people belonging to the lowest caste in India. Dalit is a name for people belonging to the lowest caste in India, characterized as untouchable. Dalits were excluded from the four-fold Varna system of Hinduism and were seen as forming a fifth Varna. Dalits were excluded from the four-fold Varna system of Hinduism and were seen as forming a fifth Varna, also known by the name of Panchama. Dalit now profess various religious beliefs including Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Christianity, Islam and various other belief systems. Dalits now profess various religious beliefs including Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Christianity, Islam and various other belief systems. Causes for Dalit empowerment. It is the result of the constant hatred being generated from centuries from the barbaric activities of upper castes of India. They were deprived of higher training of mind and were denied social, economic and political status. The division of labor led to their inequality and exploitation. The division of labor led to the inequality and exploitation. The caste system degenerated Dalit life into pathogenic condition where occupations changed into caste. For centuries, Dalits were excluded from the mainstream society and were only allowed to pursue menial occupations. They were pushed to the outer areas of villages, whereas the mainland was occupied by the upper castes. Many of the atrocities were committed in the name of religion, like system of Devadasi, pouring of molten lead into the ears of a Dalit who happened to listen to some mantras. Many of the atrocities were committed in the name of religion, like system of Devadasi, pouring of molten lead into the ears of a Dalit who happened to listen to some mantra. Many of the atrocities were committed in the name of religion, like system of Devadasi, pouring of molten lead into the ears of a Dalit who happened to listen to some mantra. To retain stronghold on people, education was monopolized. To retain the stronghold on people, education was monopolized. This made the Dalit rise and protest against the inhuman practice demand for basic rights of equality. With the introduction of Western language and with the influence of the Christian missionaries, the Dalit began to come across the ideals of equality and liberty, and thus began the Dalit movement in modern times. With the introduction of Western language and with the influence of the Christian missionaries, the Dalit began to come across the ideals of equality and liberty, and thus began the Dalit movement in modern times. Improved communication network, new system of education, new administrative system, rule of law, through open equal opportunities of all, dismantling social barriers. With the introduction of Western language and with the influence of the Christian missionaries, the Dalit began to come across the ideals of equality and liberty. and thus began the Dalit movement in modern times. Educated Dalit began to talk about the problem of the poor and about exploitation and humiliation from the upper caste. Educated Dalits began to talk about the problem of the poor and about exploitation and humiliation from the upper caste. They also got a fillip through British policy of divide and rule. They also got a fillip through British policy of divide and rule. Sanskritization. Some Dalit leaders followed the process of Sanskritization to evaluate themselves to themselves to higher position in caste hierarchy. They tried to adapt established cultural norms and practice of the higher castes. They adopted Brahmin manners including vegetarianism, putting sandalwood paste on forehead, wearing sacred thread, etc. Limitation of the high caste manners by Dalits, who was an assertion of their right to equality. They tried to adopt established cultural norms and practice of the higher castes. They adopted Brahmin manners including vegetarianism, putting sandalwood paste on the forehead, wearing sacred thread, etc. Imitations of high caste manners by Dalits was an assertion of their right to equality. Adi Hindu movement. Treating Dalits as outside the fourfold Varna system and describing them as outcasts or Panchama gave rise to movement called Adi Hindu movement. Certain section of Dalit leadership believed the Dalits were the original inhabitants of India and they were not Hindus. Certain section of Dalit leadership believed that Dalits were the original inhabitation of India and they were not Hindus. Aryans or Brahmins who invaded this country forcibly imposed untouchability on the original inhabitants of this land. Aryans or Brahmins who invaded this country forcibly imposed untouchability on the original inhabitants of this land. They believed that if Hinduism was discarded, untouchability would automatically come into an end. They believed that in Hinduism was discarded, untouchability would automatically come to an end. The Dalits began to call themselves Adi Andhras in Andhra, Adi Karnataka in Karnataka, Adi Dravidas in Tamil Nadu, Adi Hindus in Uttar Pradesh and Adi Dharmis in Punjab. The Dalits began to call themselves Adi Andhras in Andhra, Adi Karnataka in Karnataka, Adi Dravidas in Tamil Nadu, Adi Hindus in Uttar Pradesh and Adi Dharmis in Punjab. Conversion in Punjab. Conversions. Dalit also followed the route of conversion with the purpose of getting rid of untouchability and to develop their moral and financial conditions. A good number of Dalits were converted to Christianity, especially in Kerala. Some of the Dalits, especially in Punjab, were converted to Sikkim, known as Mahibas, Namdharis, Kabir, Panthis, etc. Dr. Ambedkar converted to Buddhism along with his million of followers at Nagpur in 1956. Dr. Ambedkar converted to Buddhism along with his millions of followers at Nagpur in 1956. Finding sects. As a protest against Hinduism, some of Dalit leaders founded their own sect or religions. Guru Ghasidas in Madhya Pradesh founded Satnami sect. Guru Ghasidas in Madhya Pradesh founded Satnami sect. Gurtichand Thakur in Bengal founded Mathua sect. I.N. Kali in Kerala founded SJPY. Sadhu Jana Paripalan Yogam. Sadhu Jana Paripalan Yogam. Manguram in Punjab founded Adi Dharma. Manguram in Punjab founded Adi Dharma. Ambedkar's activism. Attempts were also made to organize Dalits politically in order to fight against socio-economic problems. Dr. Ambedkar formed the Independent Labour Party in 1936. He tried to abolish the exploitative Koti system prevailing in Konkan part of Maharashtra and the Vitti system, a wage-free hereditary service to the caste Hindus in the local administration. He tried to convince the government to recreate the Mahars in the military. He tried to convince the government to recreate the Mahars in military. In 1941, the first Mahar regiment was formed. Dr. Ambedkar demanded adequate representation for Dalits in the Legislature and the Government of India Act 1919 provided for one seat to the depressed class in the Central Legislative Assembly. Pune Pact of September 1932 provided for reservation of seats for depressed classes out of general electorate seats. Ambedkar's work in post-independence period. Post-independence, Ambedkar was initiated to serve as the nation's first law minister, which he accepted. On 29th August, he was appointed chairman of the Constitution Drafting Committee charged by the Assembly to write India's new constitution. The text prepared by Ambedkar provided constitutional guarantees and protection for a wide range of civil liberties for individual citizens, including freedom of religion and abolition of untouchability and the outlawing of all forms of discrimination. The text prepared by Ambedkar provided constitutional guarantees and protection for a wide range of civil liberties for individual citizens, including freedom of religion, the abolition of untouchability, and the outlawing for all forms of discrimination. He argued for extensive economic and social rights for women and also won the Assembly's support for introducing system of reservations of job in the civil services, schools and colleges for members of SCs and STs. Ambedkar resigned from the cabinet in 1951 following the stalling in parliament of his draft of the Hindu Code Bill. He was appointed to the Rajya Sabha in March 1952 and remained as a member till death. Around 1950, he turned his attention fully to Buddhism and travelled to Ceylon to attend a meeting of the World Fellowship of Buddhists. In 1955, he founded a Bharatiya Bauddha Mahasabha. He completed his work, The Buddha and His Dhamma, in 1956. In 1956, in a formal public ceremony at Nagpur, he along with his wife and around 5 lakh supporters got converted into Buddhism. Dalit Panther Movement. Dalit Panthers is a social organization formed by Namadev Dasal in April 1972 in Mumbai. It was inspired by a Black Panther Party, a revolutionary movement against African Americans which emerged in the United States and functioned from 1966 to 1982. They called themselves Panthers because they were supposed to fight for their rights like panthers and not got suppressed by the strength and might of their oppressors. The members were young men belonging to Neo-Buddhist and scheduled castes. The controversy over the article Kala Swatantra Din, Black Independence Day by Dhale, which was published in Sadhana in 1972, created a great sensation and publicized the Dalit Panthers through Maharashtra. Many Panther branches sprang up spontaneously in part of Maharashtra. The movement was radical departure from earlier Dalit movements, as its initial thrust on militancy through the use of rustic arms and threats gave the movement a revolutionary color. They linked their struggles to the struggle of all oppressed people over the globe. The clear-cut leftist stand reflected by this document ran counter to the accepted legacy of Ambedkar as projected. The Naxalite movement saw a potential ally in the Panthers and tried to forge a bond right at the level of formulation of policies and programs of the latter. The Panthers' militancy by the large remained confined their speeches and writings. Role of Kanshiram in Buddhism, Bahujan politics. Role of Kanshiram in Bahujan politics. In 1971, Kanshiram quit his job in DRDO and together with his colleagues established the SCs, STs, OBCs and Minorities Employees Welfare Association. Through this association, attempts were made to look into the problems and harassment of the above mentioned employees and bring out an effective solution for the same. Another main objective was to educate and create awareness about the caste system. In 1973, Kanshiram again with his colleagues established the BAMCEF, Backward and Minority Communities Employees Federation. Backward and Minority Communities Employees Federation. BAMCEF. The first operating office was opened in Delhi in 1976 with the motto Educate, Organize and Agitate. Educate, Organize and Agitate. This served as a base of spread the ideas of Ambedkar and his belief. In 1980, he created a roadshow named Ambedkar Mela, which showed the life of Ambedkar and his views through picture and narrations. In 1981, he founded the Dalit Soshit Samaj Sangharsha Samiti, Dalit Soshit Samaj Sangharsha Samiti, DS4, to fight against the attacks on the works who were spreading awareness on the caste system. In 1984, he established a full-fledged political party. In 1984, he established a full-fledged political party known as the Bahujan Samaj Party. Later, he converted to Buddhism. The Bahujan identity encompassed all the SCs, STs, BCCs, OBCs and religious minorities than Dalit, which practically represented only the scheduled castes. The obsession with capturing power robbed him to certain fundamental values that Ambedkar never compromised. Ambedkar pointed at capitalism and Brahmanism as the twin enemies of his movement, but Kanshiram enthusiastically embraced them. Dalit literary movement. Given that the Brahmin would never allow the Dalit's voice to be expressed, the Dalit began their own magazine and began to express their own experiences. With the formation of the Dalit Panther, series of Dalit poetry and stories depicting the miseries of the Dalits were released. All this literature argued that Dalit movement fights not only against the Brahmins but all those people who ever practice explosions. New revolutionary songs, poems, stories and autobiographies were written by Dalit writers. Educated Dalit and intellectuals explained it to the other literate brothers about the required change in the society. Dalit literature tried to compare the past situation of Dalits to the present and future generation, not to create hatred, but to make them aware of their pitiable condition. Power as a means of attain dignity. As a power can be cut by only power, Phule and Ambedkar gave the main emphasis on the education of the Dalits, as it will bestow them the reason and judgment capacity, political power, socio-economic status and a life of dignity. They knew that the political strategy of gaining power is either an end in itself or a mean to other ends. If the Dalits have power, then they do not have to go begging to the upper caste. The Dalit require power to control the economic scenario and thereby the politics of the country. Ambedkar contested with Gandhi to give the Dalits their right to equality. He gave the call, educate, organize and agitate. He gave the call, educate, organize and agitate. Education would help to know the truth of Brahmanism in Indian society and will make them agitate against caste-based inhuman practice. Only when agitation began can the Dalit be able to attain power and win the movement against exploitation.